Today I'm making some artisanal mini bread loaves. These are like those larger Dutch oven style breads, but mini loaves or mini buns that are very perfect for little sliders, which you'll see. You want to mix together 1.5 cups of warm water, 1 tablespoon of sugar, and 1 tablespoon of dry active yeast. Stir that up, set it aside. In a separate bowl, you want 3.5 cups flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, and stir that just for a quick mix, and then add in that yeasty mixture and stir that as well. After using a spatula for a few minutes, you want to get your hands in there with a wet hand is always what I recommend. So have a little bowl of water next to you to dip your fingertips into. As the dough starts sticking to your hand, dip it into that water. It will help the dough not stick to your fingers as much as you're kneading the dough. Knead it into a ball and then cover it with a damp towel and let it rest out for about 2 hours to double in size. After that, you're going to want to degas it with a quick punch here, and then you're good to go. Flour up a work surface and spread the dough out onto that work surface, and you're going to begin kneading again. Add some additional flour, and what I'm doing here is kind of folding from the outside into itself to make a nice smooth taut dough ball. Once you have your dough ball nice and firm, check it out. You're going to cut this into 8 equal sections, so in half, and then in quarters, and then in sixths, and then in eighths. As you see here, I didn't actually measure it, but I'm going to guess it's about 100 grams probably per ball here that we have going on. So 8 balls total. Now it's time to make those individual bread loaves. What you're going to do is rip apart each individual ball that you cut, and you're going to press it down flat and then fold in the corners and then flip that up so those corners are now onto the board here, and then you're going to roll the ball against the bottom of your cutting board to kind of close up and seal up the bottom. You can do that by kind of massaging the ball as you're pushing it forward here on the cutting board, keeping it against the cutting board and letting that friction actually close up the bottom of the ball. Or you can do the circle little method here where you kind of roll the ball in the palm of your hand to create a nice loaf form. So you're going to do this with each individual dough ball. Again, press it down, fold the edges into the center to create the bottom, and then flip the dough ball over and use the cutting board surface to help close up the bottom of the mini bread loaf. So again, I'm just kind of using a circular motion, pressing down a little bit as I'm forming the bread loaf ball. And then again here for the third timing, for those that missed it again, you flatten out the ball, roll in the edges, roll it against the bottom of the cutting board, and then you're good to go. So you're going to do this until you have 8 mini bread loaves that are ready for a second rise. Once you're done this, you want to get a sheet tray with a little bit of flour dusted on top, and you're going to put each of the mini bread loaves onto the sheet tray equally spaced from one another, and you're going to press down just slightly and then cover this with a damp towel to let rise for about 90 minutes. You'll notice that they will about double in size and poof up here. Get your oven ready and bake at 350 for about 35 to 40 minutes. Now this is a little optional here, but I did cut a little X pattern in the top to kind of be cool, if you will. So you can do that if you'd like. Once they're done, place them on a wired rack, and then I did brush some melted butter on top just to add a little bit extra and also keep that crust nice and soft as it was cooling on that wired rack. Now, what are you going to eat inside these things? So I decided to make some smoked meatballs real quick. This is 1 pound of ground beef, salt, pepper, some onion and egg, a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of Italian herbs and seasoning. Mix all that up, form some mini meatballs here, and roll them out and place them onto a wired rack. You're going to smoke them at 250 degrees for an hour, and then after an hour is up, you're going to remove them from the smoker, place them into a smoker safe dish that has a little bit of pasta sauce on the bottom, and then you're going to smoke for about another 45 minutes, but at 350 until done. And then once they're done, you're going to have these awesome meatballs that are ready to go on your cooled mini loaves. Check it out. Fit on there perfectly, was delicious. Hope you enjoy this. Please like and subscribe for more.